Alright guys, so welcome back. This is a video I was not actually planning to make. There are 3 days left, if you guys could not tell what that was, until I go to see Monster Jam. And with only 3 days left, they made a change to the lineup. With only 3 days left. So Adam Anderson, if we look at this lineup, everything here is the same, except Adam Anderson has been swapped out for Brandon Vincent literally 3 days before the event is happening. Like, that's crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. 3 days before it starts, they change the driver. So this should be pretty cool. Adam Anderson's not going to be there anymore. We are now going to be seeing Brandon Vincent. So we won't see Ryan and Adam Anderson both there. So it's going to be a cool opportunity to see some of these drivers. Armando Castro, Brandon Vincent. You know, some of these drivers that I wouldn't usually see driving these higher up tours where I would be. It's really neat to see them coming here. I believe they're both really good at moonwalks and like combos. I know Armando Castro won like all of the two-wheel skills events at Tacoma the other day, so that was interesting. Apart from that, everything else looks the same, and I'm still really excited to see what Cameron Murphy has in store. It's been since 2019. The only time I saw him was January of 2019 or February. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's been that long since I saw him. So that's going to be really exciting. And Brian Anderson's going to be there too, back in his Son of a Digger truck. This is also going to be really, really exciting. Apart from that, everything else looks pretty normal. Paul Jensen's coming back, so that's going to be nice. I know he's pretty good with air, getting the big air that everyone wants to see. Again, it's a relatively small show. There's 10 trucks at it, so this is my smallest show yet, apart from like when I go to the fair. But this still looks like a really exciting lineup. Mainly Ryan Anderson, Cameron Murphy, and Tyler Duke. They're the ones I'm going to be having my eye on. And maybe Brandon Vincent too. I wonder what he's going to do with the bigger playing field, right? He's not that used to having a bigger playing field. That's something that should be interesting. He's been in arena shows for pretty much every single show he's been to, except for the World Finals, and that's like a one time of the year thing, so this is kind of like his World Finals opportunity, I guess you could say. Let's see what the lineup is, just so I could see if anything has changed. Still Adam Anderson there. Still Tyler Menninga there. Of course, obviously. See if any of the things are here different. Oh, interesting. I thought he was supposed to be driving Alien Invasion. Or no, it's that he was driving Megalodon. So it looks like they're actually going to be retiring Alien Invasion. As well as Blue Thunder. I'm not really surprised about Blue Thunder, though. It's really lost it. Its golden years were like 2002 to 2014, maybe 2012. After then, it was mainly just an extra truck thrown into the arenas to get a complete show. So yeah, it's alright, but I'm still eyeing these lineups to see if we'll get a show anytime next year. That's not postseason, because there's still a pretty 100% chance if they were to come, I would 100% put my money on Series Red coming. We've seen every single one of these drivers come to Arizona except these three. Mark List is relatively new to stadiums, and these two, they just haven't come. Alright, Tyler Menega, again, arena driver. Ryan DeSharoon, I don't know, he just doesn't want to, I guess. We have seen Black Pearl and Overboard last year. No, 2019. Oh, I can't say that's last year anymore, that's weird. I don't know if Bad Company's come, but it would be pretty cool. Monster Energy's gone, so that's great. Charlie Pocket and Monster Mutt, that should be pretty interesting. Okay, if I'm gonna be completely honest here, this tour is 1,000 times better than this tour. Like, there's like the only drivers in this tour who I could see doing like super well. Like, these three are what I would consider the three best drivers in the tour, and then Tyler Duke would be a possibility. Right, this one has Adam Anderson, Charlie Pocken, Jim Kohler, Corey Rummel, Camden Murphy, Paul Jensen, and then this one, the ones that really stand out to me are Matt Pagliarulo, Tom Meents, Ryan Anderson, Tyler Duke. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you want to count him, or you can count Bryce Kenny inside, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, if you want to count him 5, unless you want to count some of these guys. I really think there's an uneven tour thing here. And my favorite drivers, they're completely split up. Camden Murphy and Paul Jensen are over here, but the Pagliarulos and Ryan Anderson are over here. Like, how am I supposed to decide between those two? I don't know. Back in the ticket section, I am going to check if they've updated anything postseason. No. The latest they do have is the World Finals. And let's make sure our name's not standing out anywhere over here either. We wouldn't be getting a show in April. Apparently the Tucson show is gone too. So there's literally no shows happening in my state next year. Except for, oh, okay, they moved it back to March. I'm pretty sure it was in May before. Who is this guy? I have no idea who that is. So they're coming to Tucson. It's not somewhere I go. They're back to 8 Truck Arena shows. Dave Holfer, oh man, I'm gonna miss Dave Holfer competing. I'll miss out on Lindsay Reed as much as I can. I'm still salty about World Finals 20. I mean, who was fan voting that? Like, what kind of fans were at the World Finals that they did that? So, anyways, back to the topic. There are 3 days left until Monster Jam. I will probably be uploading shorts like the night of the event, maybe during the event, like during the halftime area, and also on the drive home, because shorts, right, I can record them on my phone while I'm recording the regular show with my camera. I can do both at once. And shorts can upload in like 2 seconds. So, yeah. Really excited to see what these new faces here are going to be able to do in their first times at my place. Everyone else has come before, except these two, and these two barely even go to stadiums, period. So, yeah, it's just now, like, I'm just now realizing that, like, all 8 of the other drivers have come to my show before. Why does that feel so, like, weird to notice that? Because obviously they are. It's just there's only going to be so many new drivers in the lineup. But yeah, that should be really exciting. Coming in 3 days. I'm really excited to see Brandon Vincent and Camden Murphy. Apart from that, I don't really know what else to talk about. I'll make sure to have as many shorts as I can of it. I'm not going to upload them all on the day, right? Because I want to span them out a little bit. Not just upload them all at once. But yeah. I'm also going to be recording the shows a little bit differently because the recordings I did for the last show were not the best. Let me look this up. Oh my. Let's see if we can find this. Here we go. Nope, that's the wrong channel. That's literally just my own channel. Yeah, I should be able to find it. Yeah, here it is. Jeez. I don't know what happened to this channel. This was like my main channel. Oof. Yeah, this was like the channel. I have no idea what happened to it. I need to get uploading to this channel again. Yeah, that's... I wouldn't say I'm sad about that, though. I've seen Adam Anderson twice. I mean, he did go kind of crazy in 2018, but still. I've seen him 2 different years, and I always like to see what new digger driver they're going to throw at us next, right? We had Dennis Anderson, Carl Van Horn, Charlie Pauken, Adam Anderson, Morgan Kane, and now Brandon Vincent. That is 6 different Gravedigger drivers. That's crazy, right? Because this all started in 2016, my shows, and we already have 6 different Gravedigger drivers coming. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, let's just look at some of these, like, the way I recorded it, could have been better. I think Megalodon could be a good example. First of all, I'm, like, really bad at holding the camera properly. Let's see if I can get, like, yeah, stuff like this where I zoom in too far. I don't know why, but I always do that somehow. So I try not to do that in this event. Also, as a side note, you can still buy tickets. Tickets are still open. It's not a sellout show, I don't believe. Last time I checked, it was not. Yeah, you have a pretty big variety of different seats still left to get. I'm pretty sure I'm row 127, or section 127 front row, so I should be somewhere around here. So kind of where I was sitting in the last show, but shifted over a little bit more towards the middle. Hopefully they still have the backflip ramp over there, otherwise I'm not going to be able to see it because it's going to be right here. I'm only going to be able to see one time, I'm only going to be able to see one side of it being hit, which is going to be this side. It's going to basically be 2020 all over again if they put the backflip ramp here and not here. They've done the backflip ramp here for like every show except the 2020 show and maybe the beginning of 2019 show. So hopefully they keep it on the far side. That's my hopes. Because also when you put it on the near side, racing becomes a lot harder. And like you don't see as many cool saves in racing, like when they get on their side and get a lucky saver with something like that. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff like that I... Okay, I don't know. Between Camden Murphy and Ryan Anderson back in Son of a Digger, like, let's look at some of the stuff that Ryan Anderson has done in my shows, right? That's Monster Jam official, so I'll get copyrighted right away for that. And it's just gonna click a video on it. Okay. Right, can't find it anymore. I guess we'll watch the Monster Jam one and hope that we don't get copyrighted. I'll mute the audio too. We'll also get a weird OxyClean ad while we're waiting. Right, this is like his prime time at our stadium. Right. There, when do you get the flat? There, that's when he gets the flat. Watch when he comes down on these cars right here. Gets a flat. Watch, he gets a whole run on a flat tire. Like, we probably won't be seeing any more of that this year. No. Kayla Blood, when she was in Soldier Fortune earlier this year, got to. Like, look at this. Watch this move right here. When you have a flattened tire, that's just not something you think of doing, right? Like, that's something it's hard enough on itself. And then you're gonna have a flattened tire to go with it. And when he was in Bakugan Dragonoid, you could tell he wasn't with his driving. I don't think he attempted any backflips. You could see the air was not quite as high. He wasn't getting the same skills moves. He was less strategic and more like kind of everywhere, like all over the place, having to get a lot of saves and stuff. That's just a bad thing. I love seeing saves, but like this is not what we're used to seeing from him. But he is back in Son of a Digger. Keanu Murphy, he's a decent moonwalker, but they implemented the new moonwalk rule. No moonwalks longer than 20 seconds. Unfortunately, as that is, yeah. So that's kind of sad. But I've never really been a huge moonwalk fan. I'm more of a bicycle kind of person. Grabbing it back to Ryan Anderson, he's like the bicycle person here. Mike Christensen's attempted it, right? Because he doesn't get a lot of opportunities in Stadium. Except for next year, he's in the Stadium lineup. He's been more of an arena driver with like the kamikaze truck and all that. I don't know very much about Team Draw Monster like pre-2021. Like, this is the first year I really know about them, right? Like, I knew about the kamikaze truck, but I didn't know any of the drivers or anything, right? But yeah, it's really nice to see Paul Jensen coming back. Mike Christensen, he's okay, but he's not been that good at my shows, but he's had a few months to get used to stadium driving, and I think he can be a little bit better now. Hopefully he will go back for that backflip attempt. And yeah, that's where I'm going to end this. There's only 3 days remaining. I'll be sure to do one of these tomorrow and Friday when there's only going to be 1 day left. Now, technically speaking, there is actually, hang on. Technically, there's 83 hours and 8 minutes left, so a little bit more than 3 days, but we're going to round it to 3 days, okay? So, that's where I'm going to end this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, and if you're in any area that has access, or like are close enough to this, go buy your tickets now. There are still tickets available to be buying. All around the stadium. It doesn't matter where you want to sit. There's still tickets to buy in every single section. So if you want to see what the trucks can do in Glendale, be sure to grab your tickets now, because you know that Ryan Anderson is not going to hold anything back. Nor